Hello, what is going on, guys? I am NumbNexus, bringing you guys here this Smogon tier list shift. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but there hasn't really been too much shifts. We have here actually though that Marshadow got insta-banned. I uploaded my shit on live about 3 days ago, and Marshadow, he's gone. He's gone. He is absolutely gone. And we knew this was gonna be happening, but a lot quicker than expected. Because Meta was there for a while, but I feel like since Marshadow doesn't really have much that can really whoop this guy, yeah, he's gone. I think it was very obvious that this man was gonna be gone. It was an undisputed wait. If anything, we're just kind of waiting. If anything, anybody was counting down the days to when this thing is gonna be gone, rather than building teams in order to beat this thing. So, going on with that argument, people will just run Marshadow on every single team. Like, I know I did that myself. We just abused Marshadow until that boy's gone. That's what you do with OP-ass mods, essentially. But if you guys are enjoying, hit that like button for me down below for the support. It means so much to me. Subscribe and cop a shirt, link in the description. We're gonna talk about this though, where they state here that a lot of things here. Just to kind of summarize this. So when you look at Marshadow, the first thing that stands out is a fantastic ghost fighting typing. Both are insanely offensive types, which I did actually state this on my shit on live. I said ghost and fighting are insanely offensive typings, especially since ghost typing got that buff. It was an overshadowed buff because knockoff also got a buff, which then rendered a lot of ghost types just gone like that, since a lot of mobs can actually use knockoff. But ever since steel typing was nerfed down to the point where dark and ghost are neutral on it now, it made it to where ghost is actually a much more threatening typing, since steel type is actually the most defensive typing in the game, or one of the most. I'd like to think that it is the most, but it's one of the most. It's one of the most. And a lot of steel types are insanely bulky, so now that ghost types, and by ghost types, yeah, we're screaming Gengar here, and now the upcoming Marshadow, hell, even mons like Giratina and Aegislash, especially, all these powerful ghosts that we've been getting, now actually a lot stronger now than they were in previous generations here. But it talks about Marshadow sets as abandoned scarf sets, which are literally viable to threaten to offensive teams. Bulkier teams do not have much of a problem handling them. So there it is. So it essentially threatened a lot of offensive teams, but bulky teams didn't really have much of a problem. So hyper-offensive teams, it didn't matter. Marshadow was easily one of the best revenge kills we had in the meta. Marshadow just came in, killed something. Marshadow literally gets 2 kills guaranteed, it doesn't matter. He picks out 2 mons on a team, guaranteed minimum, and just knocks them out. And I say minimum. Like, the mon is insanely powerful. Not to mention the guy had incredible speed, incredible attack, an insane move pool. He had technician, so his priority move is buffed up, plus stab. Put all the calculations into it. Marshadow just was way too much, dude. He just does way too much. There's the combination of the 3 factors that made Marshadow too much value. And here's the reasoning to why anybody thinks why the mon should not be OU, or at least people right now watching this video thinking that Smogon is stupid and toxic, and that Smogon is always done banning mons and your VGC stands, and you think that, you know, that Smogon should stop banning mons. Well, here's the reason for banning Marshadow. If you agree, cool. If you disagree, well, I want to know what you're on so I can get on that. But it says here that it is difficult to revenge kill. Correct. The mon is incredibly fast. On average, he's immune to 2 typings, normal and fighting, both which have a lot of priority moves: extreme speed, quick attack, vacuum wave, mock punch. No one uses quick attack, but I'm just saying, man, they have priority moves, you know. So some priority moves are shut down there. I'm sure sucker punch is also a good party move, but more than all the time, Marshadow attacks. If not, it'll catch you off guard with sucker punch with the swagger set. Not to mention as well that the man lacks defensive counterplay, so it doesn't matter. The monster's way too good. Spectral Thief makes it even harder to deal with, which is true. The mon gets a boost every single time he uses his goddamn move. And he only gets a boost based on if your opponent has a boost. So setup was literally destroyed. And setup is crucial into defeating bulky teams, as well as it was also really handy at defeating Marshadow himself. But it's like a double-edged sword where, yeah, you can set up, but if you get lucky, you'll kill him. Like, I'm talking about bare minimum lucky. You know, it'd have to be like some Dragon Dance type of shit where you outspeed the boy. But Scarf Set 2, where he takes your stats and does that damage back to you, it's just, that's why people run the Scarf Set. They run the Scarf Set for things like Dragon Dance, Shell Smash, and Quiver Dance. Things like that, where they also gain the speed stat. But it didn't matter, because Marshadow would be Scarfed, would probably outspeed whomever is set up if he has not set up to the max, and he would obtain all your stats and then deal that damage back to you all in the same turn. That move, the moment that Marshadow was leaked and they showed that move, and they showed off that move, like in leaked footage, I literally knew that Marshadow was going to be banned. That Mon is way too overpowered. God knows why that even became a thing. It should not have become a thing. The fact that a Mon has 2 immunities and his stats are that beefed up into attack and speed. Technician as well. Technician makes it crucial for his priority, if people are wondering. Because I know not too much people understand why. It was insane. I saw on my Twitter feed complain that why niggas run Shadow Sneak, you know, or Shadow Sneak Marshadow. I'm sitting there like, yo, do we play Mons in this community, or do we just, I don't know, but Technician boost, which is the thing. So it's stab Technician boost as well with Marshadow's 125 attack. The Mon is insane, honestly. The Mon is insane, absolutely insane. Do I like him though? He is. He's easily one of my favorite Mons from the 7th generation. But also says, well, revenge killing Marshadow is no easy task. Of all the relevant choice scarfers, only Tapu Lele can consistently OHKO Marshadow, which is true. Marshadow just had an answer to everything except for Scarf Tapu Lele. Scarf Tapu Lele is super effective at stab. It's Tapu Lele. Do I need to say anything more? So it was the only thing really that could efficiently revenge kill it. And that's if he did not, if he locked himself to things like Spectral Thief. If he did not lock himself to Shadow Sneak with hazards being up, yeah, Tapu Lele is gonna be in for a surprise. Otherwise, you know. I know the banded Shadow Sneak set was just shit all over Tapu Lele, but the Scarf set, if it locks itself to something like Ice Punch or Spectral Thief, then yeah, chances are Tapu Lele gets a free switch in and will more than likely just. But that only depends if the Marshadow isn't Scarfed himself. Scarf Marshadow does outspeed Scarf Lele, since Scarf Lele, if I'm not mistaken, is like 95 speed, and Scarf Marshadow is 125 base, adding with the Scarf implement 1.5. Same thing with Tapu Lele's 95 1.5. So do the math. Marshadow outspeeds regardless. It'd have to be like a banded Marshadow that Tapu Lele can outspeed, or something like a Life Orb set, like a subset, something like that. That Marshadow or Lele can just come in and kill Marshadow consistently. Otherwise, yeah, not the Scarf set. No. That's why they said right here. Where did I actually mention this? In the banded and Scarf set, which is way too threatening and to be on OU. And I agree. I think Marshadow is actually going to be working out quite well within the Uber's meta. There are things like Giratina, things like Deoxys, Mega Mewtwo, or any of the Mewtwo's, Aegislash, things like that. Lugia, for example, things like that Marshadow actually will be able to punch a massive hole into in the Uber's meta game. You know, I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying out Marshadow and Ubers, because as of right now, Marshadow seems to be posing a pretty big threat in there. He can defeat a lot of the Mons in there comfortably. Hell, even Mega Kings, the fighting type as well, dude. He has a lot of options to defeat Mons. I feel like maybe Promo Kaiga will give him a run for his money. Not the Calm Mindset, because he's gonna take that, but something along the lines of just out-bulking it necessarily, you know? Because the ways on beating Marshadow is out-bulking it, which is not very Mons. Very few Mons, I would say, do that, as well as outspeeding it then, and then again, very few Mons do it, because the guy has incredible speed mixed in with Scarf, and he has priority with that incredible speed and incredible attack set as well. So you can't beef up attack and speed with a godlike dual typing, have 2 immunities, and have a pretty wide move pool. You just can't. As well as Spectral Thief, that's just, guys, that sounds insanely overpowered on paper. So this is to be expected. I'm just explaining for the guys that are gonna be all defensive, being all like, yo, shouldn't have been banned. Well, you're out of your goddamn mind. You were out of your mind. They also mentioned things, it's quite respectable bulk with 90, 80, 90, which I do agree. It does have respectable bulk. Physical defense, which is 80, is its lowest. That's its lowest, by the way, with 90 HP, so it's bearable. It has very few weaknesses. Scarfers such as Keldeo, Garchomp, and Greninja to be lack the power to KO Marshadow, with Garchomp's Outrage coming to the closest. Basically, 2-2 attack, Scarf, I'm assuming this is Jolly, because it's not 2-2 plus. 252 attack, Jolly Scarf Chomp basically did 73 to 86 from full HP Marshadow, so it doesn't even one-shot. So that's actually true. It just doesn't one-shot. It did it. It's like there be Mons that outspeed it, but they just don't have the power. That's why Marshadow was gone. The guy has this much speed and way too high of a power. Also says, well, in terms of defensive counters, generally speaking, there are very few. Unaware Clefable, like I said, actually I mentioned Toxapex, Skarmory, and Clefable in my live. So yeah, Unaware Clefable, because he can't get the Spectral Thief boosts, are essentially gone. Toxapex, because he doesn't have any good efficient psychic moves, so he just can't kill it. Like Toxapex is bulky enough to eat it. Like I think it does max like 49% as a bandit set with Spectral Thief, so Yeah, you need rocks to. It's a guaranteed 3 KO on it if it's banned, but yeah. You have something like Skarmory, Defensive Tangrowth, Mega Scizor, Mega Venusaur, essentially bulky Steel types, bulky Poison types, are something that come close to Walnut thing. And Alomomola, well, Alomomola is just always here on stopping threats, are generally the best switch-ins to Marshadow. However, each and every one of these Pokemon can lose to Marshadow without it needing team support. Listen to that. Without it needing team support. The Mon can solo these Mons 1v1 and win. Whereas a lot of other Mons like that need the support of a teammate. Rocks, status deflectment, damage, anything like that. You can phase it with Roar, Whirlwind, and that should be my team support in order to defeat that thing. Otherwise, Marshadow can just do it by himself, dude. It's kind of lit. Basically, they're stating here that Bulk Up and Marshadow Z blow back nearly all of these Pokemon with hazards up. The Life Orb HP Ice destroys Tangrowth, which there it is. Clefable doesn't care about boosts. But it doesn't matter because Spectral Thief into Soul Stealing 7-star Strike has the ability to net a KO on max HP max defense unaware Clefable. So Protect is needed to survive, and it's not enough if Stealth Rock is up and the Z move is timed correctly. So if you need more calcs, boys, they're all right here. Look at this. First off, shout out to this dude right here. Shout out to Bloods. He did a lot of information, and he did a lot of good research and to prove that the thing should be gone, since a lot of people are going to be defending it. You can see here right now, not even adamant Marshadow right here. This is not an adamant Marshadow, by the way. Against max HP max defense beneficial nature Clefable to 32 to 38. The fact this Mon basically 3 KOs it is absolutely out of this goddamn world. And when you have the same move with Soul Stealing 7-star Strike as Marshadow Z, it does 68 to 81. And that is max HP max defense beneficial nature, dog. From full HP, this Mon is insane. Here's a +1 Marshadow Jolly Nature, right? To max HP 192 beneficial nature Toxapex. It basically has an 81.3% chance to OHKO after rocks. Your odds are looking really good to OHKO that. Now when you have +1 Soul Stealing 7-star Strike to max HP, or not max HP, but essentially yeah for rocks. So max HP max defense beneficial nature Skarmory here, it has a 37.5% chance to OHKO the guy from full after rocks. Mons like Skarmory, known to be one of the tankiest Mons of all time. You have a, I'm assuming it's a negative nature for Technician Marshadow HP Ice on Tangrowth. Guys, a negative nature isn't a minus. Wow, it is a guaranteed 2 KO after Stealth Rock. I mean the stats state it all, boys. Should I keep going? We have Marshadow Z +1 against a max defense Mega Scizor has an 18.1% chance to OHKO after rocks on a max HP beneficial nature max defense Mega Scizor. The guy's got beefy high attack, or beefy high defense I should say, and it has a chance to one-shot it. Regardless, it has a chance. I'm not saying it's a high chance, regardless, it has a chance. This Mon is fucking stupid, dude. Things as well like on max HP, 88 plus beneficial nature, Mega Venusaur and a +1 Marshadow Z. It's a guaranteed OHKO on Megasaur after Stealth Loss. And mind you, this is a pretty commonly ran bulky Mega Venusaur set as well. Not to mention as well a +1 Marshadow Z. Jolly Nature, by the way, these are from Marshadows. Notice that. These are all Jolly Natures, by the way, not even adamant. On a 40 HP max defense beneficial nature Alomomola, it has a 50% chance. So a coin flip to one-shot it. Flip the coin, heads and tails, and it one-shots. That is... oh my god. So hopefully this explained enough, guys, why the Mon has been gone, thus why the team on Smogon has decided to ban the Mon. I think it makes perfect sense, guys. You let me know what you think down in the comments down below. If anything, Marshadow is going to be posing a pretty big threat when it comes to the OU tier. I think people will start running like Arceus Poison or some shit just for this guy or something, you know? But even still, I don't know, because the guy is just way too strong. So even in the Uber's metagame, he's going to be posing a threat to all the Mons that I mentioned before. So you let me know if the ban was worthy or not down in the comments down below. And if you don't think it isn't, I'd love to know why. I'd love to hear reasons why. But it's pretty obvious the Mon deserved to be the ban. But I love the metagame. I love talking about Mons. I'll be posting more shit on lives, guys, this week. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.